Cremini mushrooms. For our cremini, we want to make sure that they're firm with a smooth and unwrinkled surface. Now you'll always have some dirt on the cap, so to clean that, we'll first take a damp cloth and brush it off. To dry the surface, we'll use a paper towel and give it a quick wipe. And there's our clean cremini. Now to remove the stem, you'll want to press firmly on the base while lightly twisting. And there's our stem removed. And what we're left with is our mushroom cap. One method is to slice our mushroom cap thinly with the up and down chop. We can also slice them much thicker for some added texture in a risotto or pasta. And we can also cut them into a larger dice, which is great for soups and stews. These whole mushrooms with the stem removed are perfect for stuffing. Using a melon baller, I like to carve out more space for the filling. And here we have our hollowed out mushroom. Using a paring knife, I'm going to create a cool design, making a shallow incision vertically and then turning my mushroom and making the same type of incision horizontally. And the key here is to keep your knife angled and shallow. So there we have it, a beautiful ninja star design on our mushroom cap. And lastly, I'm going to show you how to brunoise your mushroom for a duxelle. So treating the mushroom as you would an onion, we want to first make vertical slits, ensuring we're leaving a bit of space at the end so that the slices stay intact. We'll then make horizontal slits, now simply use the up and down chop to finely dice. And with the portion that was kept intact, you can give that a rough chop as we're going to switch to the santoku and hacher our mushroom, which in French means to finely chop. And there we have it, our cremini broken down.